What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Horsepower and Bourbon Week 4. Should have been Week 5, but we kind of missed Week 4. Was a little busy trying to get some stuff done, and it's my fault. Just missed out on that one. So, this week, we've got made some progress with some stuff over so it'd be the past 2 weeks for you guys. But made some progress on some projects in the car. Made some progress on the projects going on in the shop. The race cars are getting closer to going to the track if a track ever opens, and we'll talk about that in a minute. So, this week, a Woodford Reserve double oaked, and for you guys in the know, you'll see this and that. I know this is a store pick. A store pick is basically a store or a group of individuals, in this case, Liquor Express, go down to the distillery, and they will actually get to sample. Every place is a little bit different, but say anywhere from 8 to 10 different barrels. So then they all get together, select what they think is the best of the batch. Then that is bottled and sold through them directly. So you wind up with the store picks, you wind up with something a little more unique. You can usually tell something different from the normal shelfers, which you can usually find this as a shelfer anywhere in the country, any day of the week. But this one being a store pick, just something I tried, and it's actually been a very big favorite in the shop. As you can see, it's been hit a few times. You know, Terry's enjoyed it pretty well. Denny, a few other people. Everyone that's tried this one has enjoyed it pretty thoroughly. Let's pour a little bit in here. Again, got the fancy glass again this week. So set that there. So as you can see, nice color, good sweet smell. Get what I would assume is a smell of oak. Oh well, whichever. Very nice, smooth. So, into the shop. As you can see, I don't think I've done one of these since we've had engine carnage. So, we'll post a few of the videos up here we've had a couple 2018s that have came in with hurt engines. Just that nature of the beast. The one, like I said, I'm not sure how the one NA1, it's by far the worst engine oil filter I've ever saw. So we'll post that video here. Then the white Whipple car, which I'll post that one here. Sorry for the back-to-back links. But, it snapped the crankshaft right off. All the engines are now at Bischoff Engine Services they're both getting sleeved. Very, very similar kind of builds, honestly. And oddly, well, funny enough, the Whipple off the one car is getting sold to the NA car. So that'll go into the old budget bomber project. Then the white car is now going to go turbo. I think we're going to probably do a Hellion sleeper kit on it. Do a set of the 62 just standards and kind of crank it up, put a fuel system on it, let it rip. Then, as far as like the race cars, Buckwheat is finally cooperating with us. He's out there, saying, I'm doing okay. Finally making progress with that car. Like positive, forward moving. I'm probably going to trip over it and like bust my head open in the morning or something just because I'm complimenting it. But, we've got the headers all back. Everything's sealed up. It comes up on the brake. The bump's working perfectly. That's one of the advantages I think of the Holley system is I can do everything I want to do with the car through one box, not having to go back and forth. So it's been fun learning how to work the bump setup in there and everything. But like I said, it comes up on boost. I'll throw a little video here. Coming up on boost, doing a little small bump. Nothing major. So we finally got all that worked out. We've brought it all the way up to probably about 15 or so pounds on the brake. So now we're going to actually get it onto the dyno. Should only be, basically it's going on the dyno just to make sure that the boost controller works and that the fueling's doing what it's supposed to, which, everything so far has worked pretty flawlessly with it. So I assume it's just going to work. But let's see. So yeah, that one should be sometime next week. Probably be a few little rips on the dyno with it. We had, let's see, last week we had road cone in. Probably should have filmed some while Terry was here, but had some winter modifications we done. We put on a crank support on it. Tried to do a couple dyno pulls just to see if the changes that were made over the winter increased power, which apparently they did, because we've never had a problem dynoing the car, but we could not get the tire to stay stuck at all. So it gained some power. The power apparently it either gained a lot of power or the way the power comes on pretty good. It did pick up some boost, so obviously it's picked up power. Then what else? The old green machine of Larry's. We've got it in the lab going over. We came up with a pretty good plan of some things we wanted to change. We done a lot of stuff over the winter to get ready for this season. Then after Florida, some of those things we had changed. I'll just throw that out there. One of the things we changed over the winter was camshafts. From the data and everything we got from Florida, we're going to another set of camshafts. So that's the name of the game with heads up racing. It is, you got to test. So this set of cams is, I wouldn't say dramatically different than the first set we done, but it's a pretty good. It'd either be either going to be good or bad. I'm hoping for good, which I think it's going to be good. The data we got from the first set we done over the winter was pretty good. Then going forward with this set, so it's a lot of money invested in camshafts over just testing. Speaking of testing, Ohio, I don't know how it is everywhere else, but we're still basically shut down from any good bigger crowds than 10 people, I think, or whatever. And apparently that also includes private track rentals. We've got one of our local tracks that's, working. They've invested a lot of money in updating the track, everything. This is a local track that I've ran at for over, this year will be probably over 20 years that I've raced there. Every championship or race win I've ever been a part of usually has started there. I got my NHRA license there, track owner at the time, signed off on my license. So it's, that's my home track. I've always loved it. Some people hate it, but Edgewater's my home as far as local tracks. That's just all there is to it. So they had a private rental event, done all the what you got to do nowadays, handed out masks, went over the whole, social distancing, staying away from each other. But apparently some people just don't like drag racing. I don't know. But yeah, you can go to Home Depot and have 20 people in a paint department. You can go to the golf course, and they were beyond packed the same day that the private rental went on. And I don't know. Maybe the people buying paint at Home Depot and the people at the golf course are bigger donators or something for politics. I don't really know. But hopefully we'll get around to something where they can figure out something where we can get testing. We got 2 hot rods out here that we gotta get to the track and get some testing. Our race in St. Louis, hopefully, Madison, Illinois. So Illinois is still shut down, about the same as Ohio. So hopefully that happens. From what we're seeing so far, NMRA is doing all their work to make sure that event happens. I'm sure they'll keep us well up to date and in the loop on everything. And it's hectic for everybody right now, but we'll all get through it. We'll all be racing hopefully here shortly, and hey, we'll see. But what else? That's probably been about it. I mean, there's been some other things go on, but it's just, it's been kind of a blur. But I wanted to make sure I got you guys this out this week. And hopefully you enjoy some of the clips and the videos we threw in as going up on the break, stuff like that. There's plenty more of that to come. Then as soon as we get to the track, there's going to be tons of footage, guys. I'm going to go over kind of what we do at the track. There'll be for sure videos of the cars going down the track. Maybe we'll go get into some of the stuff, like what we go through as far as, our data logging, our note taking, all that kind of stuff that's involved. But thanks for checking this out. Go out and get you some Woodford. Look for a store pick if you can. Talk to your store, asking if they do store picks. Something like that. Find you something good to enjoy, drink. Have a good time. Hey, that's what it is. But if you would consider hitting that subscribe button, the bell notification, so you're notified when we put out more videos about drinking, more videos about racing, and we will catch you guys on the next one. See ya.